So this morning I called Trent and I told him, it's really one of those sad situations when you go to a school so often that you know how to get there without ever using your GPS. It's a very beautiful drive. It's through the country. The roads are great. And it's a school that I visit every single week right now. So I am up this morning very early, took a shower, got ready, and I had to make Blaine's lunch for school. So now that I am in this new position and I don't leave to go, to school really, really early, although there are days that I leave home earlier than when I was leaving for school as a classroom teacher, I never made Blaine's lunch. Well, in fact, he never really wanted to take a lunch. And then this year, the kid is eating like 2 lunches worth. So we decided we were gonna start sending him with lunch. So I made his lunch this morning, and I have a little hack that I've been using where I have a container and I have everything in the container that's just not refrigerated. And it makes it so easy for me to be able to pack his lunch. But he takes the exact same things every single day. He is that child that he just needs the same food. He's very picky, doesn't want to eat anything, and so that's what we do. I figured today I would share a little day in the life with you. So we're going to head to a meeting together. I have a couple of meetings that I have to do in the afternoon. I'm going to talk you through all of the bits and pieces and even show you some of the things that I do like in the evenings for myself to just kind of recoup and all of that good stuff. So this morning I mentioned that I'm heading to a school. I am part of a grant for the state, and I'm helping to implement the grant. It's called the Spell Grant, which we're implementing ECRI into K2 classrooms. So I bring on a school, and then I will train the K2 teachers for 4 years and work with them through coaching and facilitation and all of that good stuff for implementing ECRI, which is Enhanced Core Reading Instruction, into their classrooms. So this year we are bringing on kindergarten, and so I've been working with kindergarten all year long. I have a spell team meeting, so every week we get together with the leadership team and we facilitate a meeting for them. I think today we're going to be looking at data, and to be honest, I'm going to have to go back and double check my my agenda because I haven't done that yet. I'm a little bit late to the game at the moment. But first I need to get some coffee desperately. So we're gonna head on into Rutter's and grab a cup of coffee. All right, I have my coffee and I've made it here just a little bit early. So I'm going to open up my laptop, which very irresponsibly I've not been charging. So I was charging it in the car. Thank goodness for USB-C cords, seriously. So I am going to check through my agenda, make sure everything looks good there before I head in. So the meeting starts at 8:30. It's supposed to go until 10:30. And then I have a meeting at 11:30. So it's a lot of back-to-backs today, but I think it'll make the day go by fairly quickly. So let me get myself connected over here. Actually, I think I'm gonna need my phone to get myself connected because I don't have Wi-Fi. So they do give us a phone to use. It's very old. It has a button. So it has a button, but I'm so bad at keeping it charged and remembering to actually use the phone because I just use my personal phone for everything. So I need to get myself charged up, and then I'm gonna check over my notes, get ready for my meeting, and then I think in about 15-ish minutes or so, I will start heading in. But for now, that is what I'm gonna do. And let's just hope everything goes well. I'll catch you up once I come out from the meeting. Meeting done, and with plenty of time before my next meeting, which is fantastic. It went very well. There were not as many people there in the meeting today for different reasons. So we were able to get through all the things we had to get through, and now it's time to head home and prep and get ready for the next one. So, about to put on a podcast and get going. I'll see you guys at home. Okay, so every month I have a check-in with my supervisor for about an hour. So I'm about to jump onto that meeting. I've had an opportunity to look over our agenda, talking points that we're going to be having. So a lot to work through. We're going to get it done in an hour, and then I have another meeting where I am working on a slide deck. So I've spent a little bit of time just going through my email, double checking that, giving some responses to that. I had a few things that I need to read over, and now I feel like I'm somewhat caught up, but I'm starting to feel a little bit stressed because I know I have quite a bit on my plate at the moment, and I just need to get it off of my plate. Okay, so I'm gonna get ready for this meeting. I just got off of my meeting with my supervisor. Great conversation overall. I think there were so many wonderful touching points and just kind of clarification pieces that happened. And I have some explicit, here are some of the things that I'm going to be doing next. So deep breath. Everything's fine. It's my motto for my work year. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. And so now I need to work on a slide deck. So one of the things that I'm doing is there are 3-day sessions for something that's called Comprehensive Literacy for All. And it's specifically literacy instruction with students with complex needs. So 3 days. The first day is going over the 10 conditions for literacy instruction. The second day is all about literacy itself. And then the third day is all about writing. Now, I'm not coming at this from the complex needs perspective. I'm coming at it from the literacy perspective. So I'm bringing all the literacy knowledge because a lot of special education teachers, they don't receive instruction on literacy and math and all of those other things that we typically teach in general ed. They don't get that type of instruction when they're going through their schooling. So I'm going to present the science of reading to them, and we're going to dive deep into the 5 elements. So phonological awareness, phonics, vocabulary, comprehension, and fluency. And then we're going to talk about what that looks like for students with complex needs and how they can start pulling in some of that literacy instruction for them, because we presume competence at all times. Okay, so that is where I'm at. I'm going to work for a little bit, and then later on we're going to cook dinner. Hopefully do some stretching because I'm very old and I'm feeling very tense up here in my shoulders at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna do some stretches apparently, or squawk like a bird, and work on my slide deck. Right, Walter? You're so funny. Come here. Can you come here? What are you doing? Come on. Come here. Yeah, I know, big boy. I know. Let's see another time. It is officially the end of the workday, and I'm hungry. So I am gonna be making dinner just a little bit early. Ian just got home from school, and Blaine is gonna get picked up in just a little bit by Trent. So I'm gonna get started with dinner, and tonight we are gonna be doing a creamy sausage potato soup. It's a recipe that I got from my mother-in-law, and it's fantastic. So what I have is in my notes app, I just keep the recipe inside of a folder and then I just write it down. And that's basically how I keep track of everything. So we have all of the ingredients that I need to have. I've checked them all off. And I can uncheck them once I'm done. So that way I have that recipe and I could just go back to it over and over again. I like having it in my notes because it makes it easy. So it's gonna require half and half sausage, Italian seasoning. It's like super basic and easy. I like mine with rice as well inside of it. It just makes it nice and thick, which I love. Beef cubes, celery, onions, and potatoes. So I'm gonna start to collect all the things. I've been defrosting the sausage for it. And it's gonna be so yummy in my tummy. I can't wait. I don't have a like set ingredients amount list at all. I just kind of wing it every single time. So let me show you what goes inside of it. Okay, so inside of a very large pot, I have onions, potatoes, and celery, and that is sauteing with some olive oil. So I would say about 3/4 of onions, lots of celery, lots of potatoes, all inside of that. I have sausage, which we use the Jimmy Dean sausage, like breakfast sausage. And now I'm just going to add some Italian seasoning to the meat and also to this. Let this continue sauteing, and then I'll show you the next step in just a moment. I'm hoping this lighting is a little bit better. I do put quite a bit of Italian seasoning, and then also here you can see quite a bit of Italian seasoning for both of them. So that way I mix it up and it has lots and lots of flavor. So steamy. Okay, so an update. I placed the sausage into the pot with all of the vegetables. I added 2 of these, which are half and half. Can't even tell you 1 quart, so 2 quarts. And then I added 2 of these little beef bouillon cubes inside of it. And now I'm just gonna let it boil up, and I'm gonna simmer it, and then I will add some white rice afterwards. And that's my soup. Very basic. The hardest part is cutting all the vegetables. So makes it easy, and the kids really like it. So I wanted to give you guys an update of the soup. So this is what it looks like. I put in 2 bags of the boil in a bag rice. Oh, steamy. Okay, garnishing it apparently with some celery. So this is what it looks like. You just keep cooking until your potatoes are nice and soft. And then we eat it with some crackers. So we're gonna sit down and we're gonna eat as family. So dinner was delicious. Tomorrow we're gonna have leftovers. And so tonight, Trent is oiling our butcher block. This is how it just stays so beautiful all the time. How often do you do this?
6 months.
Every 6 months. That's not bad. So we clear everything off, and then it gets a nice little oil. What's the oil?
We use a couple things.
Okay.
Board cutting oil, and then a lotion, and then finish with a wax.
Okay. So oil, lotion, and then finish it off with a wax. He likes the process. I think he enjoys this.
I do.
So while Trent is oiling the butcher block, I figured I would come up here to just wrap up the vlog. I've already looked at my calendar for tomorrow. I have a 7:30 meeting. It's like a Zoom part of a Schoology PD session that we're doing. So it's like a hybrid. They do some like Schoology courses for the participants that sign up for it, and then we have a couple of Zoom sessions that they attend. So tomorrow is one of the first ones. It's at 7:30, and then I have a couple of meetings. Plus, I have to go to a school in the afternoon to do a needs assessment in an autism classroom. So lots of things happening. I've gotten everything scheduled for that tomorrow. Today went really, really well. It felt busy. I was able to get my slide deck done and review some of the things that I needed to review as far as like the comments that I'm doing with the other staff developer that's working with me. So that went really well. I spent a lot of the afternoon really just walking on my walking pad. One of the downsides of this position is that the days that I'm at home, which are far and few between, or like let's say I am somewhere else, but I'm seated all day long, it is so bad for me. So I can feel like my body just stiffening up, and I hate it. Like, I hate the feeling of just being so old. I mean, I am getting close to 40. Let's just not tell anybody. But I spent a lot of the time just walking on my walking pad, and it was so nice. I have the walking pad inside of the bedroom because our bedroom is really long. And so we have an area where it's just a standing desk, and then I have the walking pad, and then typically it's like put away underneath the bed, and then Trent will just pull it out for me and then put it underneath, and then I can do my walking. Right now it's just kind of stayed there because I'm using it so often. So lots of walking on there, and I try to get around 12,000 steps right now. So I still need to do a little bit more walking, which is great because we've just wrapped up dinner. We're doing some cleaning. The boys are kind of having their little bit of downtime, and now, you know, I've got to get some writing bridge stuff done. So I'm working on the writing bridge, which is my course for writing. So it's all about writing instruction, how to give effective writing instruction. And I also have lesson plans for each of the units to help guide you through the process of delivering those writing lessons to them. Makes it a lot easier. You could always tweak it and make it your own, but we try to give you all the resources for it. So I'm finishing up my last unit, which I'm so flippin' excited. It's the research unit. It's the last one. So I'm gonna work on that a little bit and watch a couple of shows with my husband and then call it a night. I need to do some stretching, which, do you hear that? Like, guys, the pressure here is just not good. And I don't know how to get rid of it right now. And I can't figure out what's going on. I feel like I need Bengay. So if you have any solutions to that, I would love to hear them. But that is a day of my life. I don't feel like I did much. Some days I come out of this like, what did I even do today? Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this, a little catch up of what's just going on in the new position that I have. I feel like it's always interesting to see what other jobs there are in education, and educational agencies is a very common thing, even though I didn't realize it in a lot of the states. So check out your local educational agency and see what options are out there. But all right, guys, thank you so much for chit-chatting with me. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Give it a like, thumbs up, all the things. Subscribe if you have not already, and I'll be back next time. Bye.